Hey everyone, welcome back to What's Up Wednesday. My name is Rachel and I'm on the client success team here at Early Learning Ventures. And today I am joined by Stefan Dorwart, who is the quality assurance manager at My Kids Lunch. Welcome, Stefan, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Rachel. I really appreciate it. We're very happy to join What's Up Wednesday and ELV for another fantastic episode.
Yeah, really, we're really excited to get to learn more about yourself and learn more about My Kids Lunch as well. And we wanted to thank everyone who is joining us live today, or also if you're watching the recorded video, thank you so much for being here. If you have not heard of Early Learning Ventures before, we are a mission driven nonprofit with an innovation of offering early childcare businesses support to run their business so they can become more efficient and save time and money to focus on what they do best, which is delivering high quality care to children and families. We are a 501c3 nonprofit based out of Colorado, and we're dedicated to expanding access to high quality childcare across the nation. We focus our efforts on building the supply of childcare excellence by making it possible to operate a successful childcare business, offering distinguished services to children and families in a strengthened childcare market. If you have any questions or would like to learn more about us, or My Kids Lunch, you can find links to all of our resources as well as the My Kids Lunch website in the description of this video. And you can also find our contact information there as well. So if you would like to learn more, please don't hesitate to reach out. All right, Stefan, can you start us off by introducing yourself and just telling us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Absolutely. Like Rachel had mentioned, my name is Stefan. I'm the quality assurance manager here at My Kids Lunch. I've been with the company full time for 4 years, although I've been on and off for many years, being a part of a family business, which we'll touch on here in a little bit. Throughout my career, I've worked in retail, industrial agriculture, facilities management, manufacturing, inventory management and procurement, and all things food service. I'm originally born and raised in Massachusetts. I moved to Colorado in 2005 to go to the University of Colorado Boulder and attend the Leeds School of Business. While at CU, I met my now wife and fell in love with the state of Colorado and decided to make it my permanent home.
Awesome. I love that. I know our organization is based out of Colorado, but I'm in Arizona. But getting to go out there and visit, I can totally understand why you fell in love.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Well, can you introduce us to My Kids Lunch and just give us a little overview before we get started with our questions?
Absolutely, absolutely. Our parent company is Michael's of Denver Catering. We're a locally owned and family-owned food service company. We've been providing nutritious school food lunches since 1996. With our DBA My Kids Lunch, we serve more than 100 schools up and down the Front Range of Colorado, from Fort Collins and Greeley all the way down south to Pueblo. We have two commercial kitchens with over 75 employees, and we serve over 14,000 breakfast, lunch, and snack portions daily to students, daycare attendees, as well as recreational programs, after school programs, things of that nature. We have experience at over 40 schools participating in the National School Lunch Programs and school breakfast programs, and provide after school programs as well. We have a very diverse menu cycle that I'm sure we'll touch on here a little bit, and a dedicated team of longstanding management staff, most of who've been with the company for 10 to 20 years' time. Um, our menus are designed to improve upon the nutritional requirements for the CACFP and USDA guidelines. All of our products are free from high fructose corn syrup and trans fat. We do no fried foods. Our foods have no nuts or nut oils. And we always source our food locally whenever possible and organic as available. We try to minimize processed foods to the best of our ability, and our meals are prepared daily to maximize appeal and freshness to our students. Um, yeah, every day we make our fresh salads and our fresh sandwiches to go out to our sites. And we've got a wide variety of from scratch baking quick breads, with our most populars being our zucchini and our banana, and our cornbread. We make all of our dressings in house as well for our salads, and do everything that we can possibly to introduce students to new nutritious meal items whenever possible. Anything that we can do to spark uh, and ignite a fire in a student when it comes to a healthy, nutritious meal, we attempt to do so. And we've been proudly at this for 26 years and counting.
That is amazing. And you mentioned CACFP, which is the Child and Adult Care Food Program. Can you tell us how long My Kids Lunch has been working in that CACFP space?
Absolutely. We got our start going on 29 years ago now, in 1996, in the CACFP world with just one kitchen that we were working with. Since then, we have expanded, or sorry, one school that we were working with. Apologies. And since then, we've expanded to a wide number of schools and centers, as well as snack programs. Our longest standing client of 25 years, St. John's, is in the CACFP program. And at one point in time, we operated in their kitchen as well. As I mentioned, currently we just have two commercial kitchens. Throughout our career, we've operated as many as 5 different kitchens in various daycare facilities and other CACFP programs. And as our business grew over the years, we transitioned to offsite commercial kitchens to be able to service our wide variety of clients at various locations.
Wow, that is amazing. 25 years working with the same partner. I think that that really says something.
Absolutely. It's been a blessing of ours to continue to work with them this long.
Yeah. So, does My Kids Lunch only work with CACFP participating schools and programs?
No, great question, Rachel. We actually work in a variety of different programs. Our main two focuses are the USDA program and the CACFP program. We do also work with some schools that are not under those guidelines, and we also have residential programs that we work with. Denver Children's House. Uh, the mental health centers of Denver, and some other residential facilities that we serve. And for our residential programs, we're serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So we are very blessed through our diverse variety of programs to be able to keep our entire team working year round. With our summer programs, with our residential programs, and then with our school programs during the school years.
Yeah, that's great. So I understand that My Kids Lunch puts a large emphasis on family, and you mentioned also being a family-owned business. Can you touch a little bit more on that?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, my kids' lunch is the DBA of our parent company, Michael's of Denver Catering. Michael's Denver Catering was started by Michael Sudak, who's my father-in-law, and we here hire a large number of various members of the family. Um, our director of operations, Anna Bierke, she's my wife, and she's been with the company for 20 years. We have managers that are husband and wife. We've got staff that are brothers and sisters, cousins, uncles, parents and children, a whole range. The majority of our staff has some family relation to another member of our staff. And we like to joke and say, if you're a family member and you don't currently work for us, please fill out an application. We'd love to see you soon.
You will soon. I love that. That's amazing. I think also too, and you mentioned, children getting how important it is for them to get this introduction to healthy foods in school. And I can imagine that that's also going to impact their family or maybe even other siblings at home as well.
Absolutely. One of my favorite stories from our history was we received a phone call from a parent one day to our corporate offices asking us, my child came home from school and they won't stop talking about edamame. what is edamame and how do I make it? And it was a real blessing for us as a company to be able to realize that we not only introduced a student to a new meal item that they love, but we were able to introduce it to a whole family who could now make it at home. We provided direction for them, and now they have a whole new vegetable option to present to their family at meal times, and that really just warmed our hearts, drastically.
Yeah, I love that. That warms my heart as well. What an amazing story, and especially something unique like that. I can just imagine the little one going home and talking about edamame.
Absolutely.
That's really sweet. So, how do you guys develop your menu offerings?
Great question. Anna Bierke, who's the director of operations and my wife, she writes all of our menus. She is SNA certified, and she writes all of our meals to meet the daily requirements for nutrition and compliance. We've developed our menu cycles to include a variety of substitute options that also meet those requirements for gluten, egg, and dairy-free substitutions. And then we also make individual substitutions based on meal modifications that may be needed for allergens and things of that nature. We have a 6-week lunch cycle, a 3-week breakfast cycle, and a 3-week snack cycle. This allows us to continually introduce students to new items that they may not be super comfortable with having on their plate, such as an edamame, like we discussed, over and over again without making it repetitive. And we always have in some of our fan favorites, our chicken nuggets, our pastas, the things that kids love, while at the same time trying to introduce new foods. We do run seasonal menus so that items such as soups that are more appealing are available in the fall and winter months, and not necessarily on the plate when it's 95 degrees outside in the beginning of the school year or the end of the school year, depending on the season. So we try to keep that as diverse as possible. Through my position as quality assurance manager, I go out and I visit all of our sites individually. And through these meetings, I've been able to sit with school representatives, students, and administrators to discuss what are the students requesting? What are they asking for? What kind of meals are they looking for? And whenever possible, we do our best to introduce those meals into our menu cycles, as long as we can compliantly do so. Of course, every kid wants pizza, but we can't serve pizza every day. That wouldn't be nutritious, and it wouldn't meet our core values of providing that well-rounded meal.
Yeah, definitely. I love that special, personal touch there and being able to work closely with the programs and meet their individual specific needs and then also adapting for the seasons, right? And before we got on here, we were just talking about the hot weather and temperatures over 100 degrees in both of our locations. And yeah, definitely not time for eating soup.
Yeah, yeah.
And you mentioned supporting local as well. So I can imagine that that would also play a part in the seasonal eating as well, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. When we can find the appropriate products locally produced, we love to do so. But of
Yeah.
course, seasonally, we all know we can't get peaches year round from our
Mhm.
local providers, or apples or bananas, etc. When it comes to our produce, so we do the best we can, while still making sure that we're able to provide the right meals to our clients.
Yeah, that's great. And maybe for anyone watching, there's opportunities for further connection there and supporting local farmers as well.
Absolutely.
All right. So can you tell us, do you have any other involvement with schools other than the meal service?
Absolutely. So we run a few of our schools. We run gardens at the schools. We've run as many as 5 at different times. Currently speaking, we are only doing one, but this is an opportunity for us to showcase to students, what their food is, where it comes from, and how it gets to their table. Some of the centers that we work with, their students may have no idea how a tomato is grown, where a pumpkin comes from, how lettuce shows up on their plate. And to be able to grow a garden at the children's schools really does wonders for them to be able to watch it go from a plot of dirt to a seed, a hatched, or sorry, a sprouted seedling, all the way through a final product. And then we're able to harvest those foods and cook a meal in our kitchen and present it back to their school so they can watch the whole entire life cycle of food. One of our favorite things to do that with is pumpkins and zucchinis. One, they're beautiful and they're nice and plush and they're fun to watch. They have a long growing season. And then the students really love our pumpkin breads and our zucchini breads. So it's just kind of this dual win. They got to watch it through its entire life cycle, and then they got to have it for breakfast or a snack item in the fall.
Yeah. Oh, that is so impactful for getting them to, inspiring and encouraging kids to try new foods. They're going to be more inclined to do so if they've seen it from start to finish and actually played a part in growing it, but also just an incredible life skill as well. It's amazing.
Absolutely. And through my position, I've been blessed to get out to some of our sites and work directly with the students. We had a USDA school doing a project on food last year, and they requested that I come out and join them for an afternoon and talk about how we produce the meals that they're eating daily. And it was so great to sit with entire third grade and walk them through who we are and what we do and how their food gets to them, and watch the light bulb moments go off in these children's eyes and the hands shoot up asking questions and getting involved in their own meals more than just ordering at a counter and having something handed to you, and that's the only extent of interaction you have with your meal. So I was really blessed to have that one-on-one time with those third graders, and we're already discussing doing a similar program again next year.
Oh, I love that. That makes me really happy, and I just know that that's also something that they're taking home and sharing with their families, and hopefully encouraging their families to start gardens and grow food and be more involved in their food at home as well.
Absolutely.
So, it's my understanding that the schools that you service use an ordering platform software called Hot Lunch Online. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So Hot Launch Online is a proprietary software system. Michaels of Denver Catering developed that software initially just for our company, and it is now nationally available. I know Early Learning Ventures supports clients in, I believe it's 23 different states across the nation. So this may be something that is of interest to other schools, caterers, food service providers out there as well. But what this platform allows is we post all the menus for a given school or center into the platform. The school administrators or the parents of the students of that school can then log in and look at the monthly calendar of the various meal types that are being served at that individual center. They can determine which meals they would like to order for their student, or would like to plan on sending a meal from home from, and they can order directly through the platform. That platform not only provides the daily meal, but all the nutritional information associated with that daily meal. This is extremely helpful for administrators or parents and guardians of students with specific dietary restrictions, especially when we come to students that may be diabetic, for them to be able to really track what it is that their student is going to be consuming on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, and ensure that when necessary, they're providing their student with an alternate meal. This software also allows us as a kitchen to develop a grocery list based on the meals that were ordered. So it helps us minimize waste and streamline the food sourcing process to ensure that everybody's getting exactly what they should in a timely manner. And we also have that beautiful, nice production record that says, on Wednesday, Rachel Kirk ordered, the meatball pasta with the side salad. So we get a nice tracking record for us and schools and administrators and their families.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And I love that this can be an option for those individuals outside of the state of Colorado as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Stefan. I really appreciate everything that you have shared with us. Do you have any final thoughts to leave us with, or maybe something that I might have missed that you want to add on?
No, I think that was it. I guess the one thing I really didn't touch on is we offer our meal services in both bulk and unitized form, so that we can provide each individual school and center with the meal type that best suits their location. Some of our schools and many schools around the country, are suffering with staffing and spacing requirements and don't have the ability to or the space to operate their own kitchens. So then we can offer things like unitized meals that can be served more easily in the classrooms, where the other schools and centers, have that cafeteria space and prefer to serve more bulk family style meals. So we do have the ability to offer that as well. Other than that, I think I'd like to just take a quick moment to say thank you from Michael's at Denver Catering and My Kids Lunch to you, Rachel, Early Learning Ventures, and the whole What's Up Wednesday community out there on YouTube and across the other platforms. We really appreciate the opportunity to be with you here today.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. It was really, really great having you and so great to learn more. And thank you to all of our viewers for being here as well. Don't forget, we have all the links to learn more in the description of this video. So feel free to reach out if you have any questions or check out the My Kids Lunch website as well as our Early Learning Ventures website as well. I hope that everyone watching has a good rest of your day and we will see you next time. Bye.